Hi, in this video, I would like to show you a new Contentful app, which is Figma Components to Contentful. In this app, you can connect your Figma design system library component to your Contentful content type. Let's get started. Before you start using this app, you need two things. One is Figma access token and Figma team ID. Figma access token, you can get it from your link to your developer API, and that's where you're going to get your access token here. And to get your team ID, you can go to your Figma web app and you can choose your team, and that's where you're going to see your team ID. For example, in my case, I have the team and I've got this is my team ID. And I have my design system, which is basically got two components, and the other component is just still work in progress. So we have the things to work on, and of course I have this Figma components library. This is what I showed you. This is my Figma component library. And the second step is update Figma access token and Figma team ID on the configuration screen as shown below. So this is the configuration screen. I'm going to show you in a second. So this is, you're going to see the Figma access token and Figma team ID what I've added. So let me show you what it is. So I'm going to manage my apps, and I'm going to choose my app, which is configure. In this configuration, I'm going to click again. In this configuration, you're going to see that I've added my access token and a team ID. Of course, I'm going to use this for demonstration. I'm going to remove this access token and we're going to use a different team ID. I'm going to remove this after this demo. So you're going to see that I've added and saved. So this looks good. Next step, and set content type field to Figma Component Key appearance on your content type on Contentful. So choose your content type where you want to use this app and have a Figma Component Key field, and that's where it has choose the reference of an app, how it should look like. Let's take a look. I'm going to go to my content model. I know that the content model, which is using the Figma to Contentful, which has a name and Figma Component Key. If you go to settings and appearance, you're going to see the app. Make sure that you selected this so that whenever you look into the content, you're going to see that Figma Component Key field. So let's get started. And you see here, I've chosen the content type of Figma to Contentful. I have only one component. And let's go here. We chosen this, and we're going to see this in action. So let's get started. You're going to see here the Figma component key. This is a key which is stored in Contentful. There's a Figma component key, and I can choose a different Figma component. I published only two components, so I'm going to pick an alert component just to demonstrate this. And I'm going to reload this, see if it works. Yes, I see a change and it is persisted on Contentful. I can revert back. I can choose a different primary button again. So you could see that there's a change in the component key and a primary button is selected. And with this, now any changes you do on your Figma component library, once you publish this, your changes will always reflect here, because every time you load the preview, it will be fetched based on your component key. And hopefully it will help you to work together with Contentful and Figma component design system together. And if you got any feedback, please reach out to me or open a GitHub issue. I hope this is useful. Thank you.